A white woman just told on white supremacy on TikTok. I agree with part of it. I reject part of it. And the other part, nobody wants to touch. And that's the part that should bother you the most. Stay with me.
No filters.
So, hey, boo. I just had a thought. One of the reasons white people hate black people is because we cannot tolerate black joy. We cannot tolerate black intelligence. We cannot tolerate black beauty. We cannot tolerate black confidence. We cannot tolerate black camaraderie. We cannot tolerate anything that frees a black person.
She cooking that chicken hard. That's what she's doing. Oh, man, the honesty is just, wow. I got no complaints so far. Please, white lady, continue.
There's a level of racism that I think hits differently for black people than it does for Asian people or Hispanic people or Middle Eastern people or Native Americans even. Each one of those things that people think regarding other races are different with black people, I think.
Yeah.
Because again, we don't like black people to be educated. We don't like them to be successful. We don't want black judges. We don't want anything for black people that doesn't directly affect and entertain us.
She's got to have 1 million subscribers by now. Because what she's saying right now, she's putting it down. She's making it very clear. Yeah, they don't want us to be lawyers or doctors or judges, but entertainers, musicians, comedians. Oh, yeah, okay, we can do that all day. No problem with that. But any position of authority that could put us in a position where we could exercise any type of power, not just over them, but over ourselves, they don't like it.
So we can have a black nanny. We can have a black house cleaner. We can have a black teacher.
Yeah.
We can have a black coach. We can have black players. But only for the specific things that we feel comfortable with. I think about all those sweet children that have been killed, murdered, when they go out with their white friends. And I think that as much as the trauma of slavery comes down through the DNA, I think also the cruelty of slavery, the desire to hurt, the desire to steal and kill and humiliate and torment and disappear black people.
Hold on. I don't know if I agree with that part. Is she saying that racism is inherited? She's saying that it's built into your DNA. Now, what about people cutting off the video early? They don't want to tangle with this. I don't agree with that at all, fam. I think that racism is a taught. It's a thing you learn. Babies aren't racist. What she's doing is very dangerous here, man, because she's saying basically that any racists that exist, they just are. Like, she's basically saying it's not a choice, that it's embedded in you. It's nothing you can do about it. So you're either born with it or you're not born with it. And I don't think that's true. I don't want to let racists off the hook. Not to mention, it's the same old pseudoscience type nonsense that they used to use on us. Say we were incapable, but in our DNA was an issue. And they use that to justify enslaving us, justify treating us subhuman. And I'm not going to go along with that just because somebody's saying it on the other side. Like, just because they're pointing the finger at another group of people doesn't mean I'm going to co-sign that. Now, I'm going to reject that. I'm going to say that there are people that have these beliefs and they are taught and they learn them and it becomes second nature. But that does not mean that they didn't learn them at some point. Because what she's saying is that if it's in your DNA, you got no choice, you got it. It's like having, being left-handed. It's just what you are. And there's nothing you can do about it. And that lets everybody who treats black people horribly, who's horribly racist against black Americans, that lets them all off the hook, fam, because what could they do? Stop being left-handed? Stop being attracted to women? Stop having brown eyes or blue eyes? Nah. No. See, this is not the answer. It's not about being nice. I want to be clear. This is not about me being nice to racists. This is about not adopting their frame just because in this one incident, you find comfort in it somehow. Nah, because it's bullshit. Race science is bullshit. Race science is garbage. You shouldn't accept it no matter who's saying it and no matter who they're pointing at when they're saying it. You understand what I'm saying? Because the same fingers that pointed at other people will turn and pointed at us. You're not doing us a favor. You're not doing us a favor accepting this, thinking it makes black people feel better or just because some black people are going to like it. Those black people that like this comment don't realize the ramifications of accepting race science as fact.
Is what comes down through the DNA. I think when you do something like that for long enough and you pass it down for the many years that slavery and enslaved people were in chains, that is an instinct with us, cruelty. And I think you can see it in many videos. All the white women and white men that are telling black kids and black families to get the hell out of here, you don't belong. We just don't want you to have more than us, honey.
She is staying on this talking point, and I got to keep rejecting it, fam. Now, we do not accept eugenics no matter what the wrapper is that they put on the outside of it. And no matter whose ego it makes better. Even if, there are cruel people, that's true. They learn that cruelty somewhere. And they may have been practicing it so long, the way that they see black people, their racism, there may be a part of them to a certain extent, but they weren't always that way. What it was is their environment was always that way. They weren't. They conditioned by the environment. And then they were taught to stay within the lines of that environment. But people nowadays, those people are choosing that based on family, based on associations. Now, this is dangerous, fam.
We just don't want you to be prettier. We don't want you to be the beauty standard. Okay. We don't want you to be judges or anything like that. We want you to be below us, beneath us.
There you go.
And
now you cooking. Don't mess it up for me. Stay there. In fact, you could end the video, lady. Just end the video. Stop talking now. Because you're on point. That could be greed. That could be somebody feeling insecure. That could be greed. That could just be self-hate or whatever. But keep it there. Makes life easier on both of us.
We've tried so hard to keep you down, and we failed so badly. Because like Maya Angelou said, still you rise. We may hate you, we may beat you, we may do those things, and it makes us crazy that you keep coming back and getting better. We can't stand it. I don't know why that is. I think I heard somebody say that white people are the ones that have the ancestors that were closely related to the apes. And I believe that. We are so similar to Cro-Magnon man, Neanderthals. We're pale monkeys.
Ah! No. Can't fall for that. Don't fall for that. This is the same stuff they use against us. It's not, look, when they use it against us, it's horrific, it's a lie, it's BS. We can't then be like, but use it on them because it fits them. Nah, it doesn't fit human beings. People can be just bad people. People can be just self-serving, self-conscious, jealous jackasses. They could be greedy, self-conscious asshole. They could be that without being Cro-Magnon, a Neanderthal descendant, smaller brains, smaller skull, not any of that eugenics. No, man. No. Nah, don't. Look, if I rejected it 30 seconds ago, I'm going to reject it again now. Because this is not it.
I really hate being white sometimes. I'm super ashamed. I think things like,
family, she's a self-hating white person. She hates herself so much that she destroys any additives, any pluses that were made in a video because she is out there. She out there, she undermines her credibility by hating herself this much. Nobody white is going to listen to her at this point who isn't the same, which is a self-hating white person. And only people going to listen are black people, and that's not going to help. Now it feels like she only did it for views. Because what white person that doesn't hate themselves is going to accept the frame that they are Cro-Magnon inferior and they should hate themselves? Man, my comment section going to be lit, ain't it?
sorry, I don't get good sleep right now. I think when I see a young black kid with a bunch of white kids, or like I try to watch for things that are happening, and I was thinking to myself, you know, if I saw a black kid hopping in a vehicle with a bunch of white kids, what would I do? I mean, you know, I could do anything. I could get the black kid to come over and say, hey, I think I know your mother, come here. And then to say, you better get away from all them white boys. But I had a brown friend of mine tell me that that was silly and that it is savior-ish. Ooh, and I don't like that. White savior.
Yeah.
And then I still do it. I have it in me that black people need my help. Mexican people need my help. Hispanic people need my help.
No.
Maybe they do.
No, white people need your help. That's who needs your help. Nah, man. See, no. White people need your help. And you're not going to help them telling them that they're horrible people and that they're apes and that their DNA is corrupted and is full of hate and bile. That's not going to work. And you're right. It is coming off as self-centered. Self-centered as hell, and white savior, which is a turnoff to anybody who is in a Democrat.
They don't. If they do, please forgive me. I'm so sorry.
I don't know why, but she's giving me that she used to date a black guy vibes, and maybe she was in love with him and he loved her, but she wouldn't stay with him because, you know, her dad and her mom was like, we're going to kick you out of the family.
If they do, they'll ask. That's one thing. They'll ask. And I'll know instinctually if I'm out and about and something's happening. I can just pay attention and see if there's a way for me to step to whatever the white person is doing. I don't know. We'll see. I think the cruelty lives in us, and I don't mean it like we don't have a choice. Of course we have a choice, but it comes down as instinct, and unless we work desperately, unless we work very, 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 very hard for very, very, very many years, we will never be rid of it. We'll never be rid of it anyway. But anyway, that's my thought.
Hey, look, I appreciate the attempt. I think I can say that. I appreciate the attempt, but I got to say the execution, it missed the mark. And I realize it's going to be people that just love you saying this, but I don't need a white woman to be ashamed of herself and her own existence to help me in life or to help black people. That's not what we need. What we need is for you to go educate other white people and help them be anti-racist if possible. Because the truth is, we were rising before you found out that black people were the ish, and we're going to keep rising. And Maya Angelou belongs to us, and yeah, we are amazing. And we don't need vindication. We need participation. More than that, we need just to have the playing field leveled. That's all we need. We don't need this. This does not help the cause. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. My name is Tim Black. Remember, we got to stay courageous. We got to stay bold, but most of all, we got to stay dangerous because lies are safe, but the truth is dangerous. Stay dangerous. No pandering allowed.
No filters, just the truth.